So, hello and welcome to another episode from the VoIP Guys. I'm James.
I'm Matthias.
Okay, now if you remember back to June, we had a guest here, Chris Chan, and we filmed a sort of introduction to Yealink. What we're going to do today is we're going to go and do a bit of a review for the T4 series. In the T4 series, which came out in 2013, there's a few devices that we're going to have a look at today. We're going to start with the most basic, the T41P, and then move on to the advanced, the T48G. So if we just quickly look at my screen here, we've got an overview of the Yealink IP phone family, and we can see like way back in the day where they had the older series. Didn't look very nice, but yeah, anyway, never mind. We now have the T4 series, which is these devices up here. Okay, and so what we're going to do, start with the T41P, which is sat on our desk at the moment, and we're going to have a quick look at it and see what it can do.
Yeah. We did another review already in German.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that actually, because I really wanted to do the unboxing.
Yeah, so the unboxing is done.
Damn!
And if you want to see unboxing, then you can watch the German video. Even if you not understand German, then you can just see the unboxing because it's really great.
Yeah, it is good fun. And that's on our YouTube channel as well, so you can watch that. Cool.
Let's see what the telephone has or what the telephone does. We start at the back of the telephone, and we should have. I try to get the right angle. Okay. We start on the back of the telephone. What connectors are there? Here are a lot of connectors. We start with that one. We already plugged in. This is for the internet. Yeah. It's a little bit confusing. They call it internet. It's the LAN plug.
Yeah, okay.
Where you add your local network. You can add power supply. We are using power over Ethernet. Yeah. Because it's much easier and the better approach.
Less cabling and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah, but here you can see we plugged it in and it works out of the box with power over Ethernet. Then you can connect on every device a PC. You can see it here. What's that? There is a little switch inside of the telephone, and you can just plug in your PC behind your telephone.
Yeah, okay, cool, sure.
That saves cabling. Because you don't need two plugs in your wall, just have one, and then you adapt it here. And then the last one is for your headset switch. This is that one. It's called EHS. That's for remote controlling your headset. Okay. If you use that, then you can use that plug on that side. And then some more plugs for your
handset.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No worries.
For your handset and for your headset.
Yeah, so if you've got a cabled headset or whatever. Okay, cool.
So if you have a headset with the remote control, then you have to plug in both. That headset connector for the voice, the other one for the
remote control. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's see if I get the right angle again. Okay. Then let's see what. Oh no, that's not good. That's,
the lights are shining on it.
The lights are shining on it. Yeah. Let's see what we have here. We have. Everybody should be familiar with these keys.
Yeah, would have thought so. Yeah.
You can dial a number if you want to. Then here are some extra keys, some new keys. This is a mute key where you just can mute all the stuff, or you can switch to your headset. Yeah. Okay. That's a very cool thing, and it's very fast.
So switching from directly to your headset from the phone, that's cool. Yeah.
So you don't have to hook up and then change the device. You just can do it by clicking on a button. And then here we have a loudspeaker. You can enable it. It's also very useful. And you have a redial button, and you can go to your messages.
To your voicemail, cool.
To your voice messages. Yeah. That's nothing special, but it's very good, and it's in the place where it should be. Yeah. Where you're searching for it. Here you can change the volume.
Can I?
Maybe. Oh, not that loud, please.
Okay. Yeah. One of my colleagues has got one of these on his desk, and when he's away on holiday, he forgot to turn it off. Oh, it made me jump when it went off. They're pretty loud.
Yeah. You can turn it off completely. I think so.
There we go.
Yeah. And then you get here the sign in the display you can't see it in the video, but believe me, there is a sign.
There is a sign. There's a little speaker with an X next to it saying it's on mute.
Okay, so nothing special that far. But now we go to the more advanced keys. These are those keys here, and those are programmable keys. And they have also LEDs, which can be in different colors.
Okay.
If you have your colleagues here on that keys, direct line extension keys, then you can see, are they on the phone? Is the phone reachable? You can pick up your colleagues' calls.
So it's sort of like a mini present management system.
That's right. And we can define all the keys and the functions in the website.
Okay.
James, you could go to the website.
So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at our device list here, because we've obviously installed this on here. And if we go to the information symbol, we can then click directly from the information symbol onto the IP address. And it takes us into the web user interface for the phone, and the password is admin, and the username is admin, and then password is just 4 zeros. So
factory default.
Yeah, factory default. All right. So the keys that Matthias was talking about, the function keys, they're actually called DSS keys here, and we just click on that, and you can see that we've got 5 options here, and we can set it up as we want through the value. We can say default float and all that kind of stuff. We've actually got one set up already for menu, which is on the telephone. This one here. And
we show you again. James was too fast.
Yeah.
This one here is a menu key.
Yeah.
And this is a special key. As you can see, it's an XML browser.
Yep.
And that's a kind of browser. And you can browse to menus on a server.
Yep.
So you can provide functionality of a server on your phone.
Cool.
For what's that? Moby Dick, for example, provides a menu where you can access the phone book, where you can do redirections, system-wide redirections, and so on. And if you have your own stuff, then you just can install an XML file on your web server and just use that as menu directly on your phone. This is a special thing you can use, but there are also some simple things like line keys, like BLF you can
if we drop down this list, we can have a look. We can have a line, speed dial, BLF, all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming if we put like speed dial in here, it's just for our contacts that we can just quickly save and press. Yeah, cool, good. So that's the DSS keys.
One more thing. You just mentioned there are 5, but there are more than 5. There are 6 keys on the screen, direct accessible. And if you define more than 5, then you get the next page button here. And then you can define up to 15 line keys. As we can see in the web
so you've got 6 to
front,
10, and then 11 to 15 here. So we can. It's really quite expandable then.
It's really expandable. And if you change the page then, also the function of those keys changes, and also the LED state changes. So it's really cool. You have 6 keys in direct access, and in indirect access, all the other keys.
Cool. So quite a good sort of system extension for like a small business. Okay. Cool.
That's okay. Then some other features of the telephone. If we go on our close up to the telephone again. We have HD voice. What does that mean? Is this just a marketing gag or something? No. You can use some special codecs with that system. If you use just a normal codecs, then you will never get HD. But if you use some special codecs, then you are able to use HD. And the microphone and all the stuff in there is compatible to those codecs, which can
HD sound.
HD, Cool. That's all, I think.
Yeah, okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a lot. So, what's the next one?
What's the next one? We just explain, to don't be boring for you, we just explain the difference to all the others, and we do not go every time on the web page and every time in all details. But here is the next one.
Don't need that anymore.
Here is the next one out of the series. James does the beautiful things. It's the T42G.
Yeah, G.
For Gigabit
Yeah,
Ethernet.
exactly. Yeah.
And that's it.
So it's pretty much the same phone, just with a Gigabit switch in the back.
Yeah, and you have those shiny plugs here.
Yeah.
And not those plastic plugs, because it's Gigabit.
Yeah.
That's all about that phone.
Cool. And then,
Then we have the next one.
the T46G.
Now I try to get the right angle. Yeah. So this is really, really bigger.
Much bigger.
Much bigger, yeah. It's, what's the difference? It has more of those line keys. That's one thing. It has a color display.
Yeah.
We should power it up.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Internet. So you can see the shiny display. It's not that good in our video. It's much better in reality.
The reflection from the lights doesn't help this very much.
But it's a really good display. And you can see, of course, there are more function fields. So it's all the same, but there are more. But one different thing is there are also more keys here, as you can see. And there are some new keys, transfer and hold. So all the line stuff you need on the line, if you're on a call, you have that features in direct access. Cool. So if you're in an office and if you have to transfer and hold calls very often,
so for
like
example,
a front desk stuff, then it's really cool to have those features in direct access.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the most important things. You can discuss about, do I need a color display or not?
Yeah.
But it's almost the same, and you have all the same features.
Yeah. The color screen's not really a must-have; it's more of a nice-to-have.
Yeah. It looks good on your desk.
It does. Ooh.
Yeah, here is a Pascom logo inside. You can customize your logos if you want to. We did.
Yeah.
And that's an advantage. You can put the logo inside if you want to. But the functionality is almost the same. It's in color. It's more beautiful. It's now rebooting because it gets a provisioning request from our Mobility. But it's the same. Then we should have a look at the back of the phone. Again.
Can we get that in there?
Okay.
That.
And then we have two things. This is, it's here. This is not longer called EHS for the headset. Yeah. It's now called EXT. What does that mean? You can extend the telephone with extra hardware for more buttons.
Okay, so the expansion modules and so on. Yeah.
You can plug them in there. And if you have an EHS adapter, or if you need EHS, you can plug it in the extension module. So this is the difference. And here is another difference. There is a USB connector. Show it to our viewers. There is a USB adapter. You can connect stuff like Bluetooth headsets with USB, WLAN capability and stuff to the telephone.
Cool.
That's the difference of the technique of the telephone. And that's the first in the series which has the USB plug and which is extendable. Okay.
Cool. So this is probably more of like a office manager phone or something like that. Yeah.
This is the first phone which is really flexible. And I think in the office you should use a phone like this. Yeah. Because it has all the features you need in most cases.
And it does look very good and very nice.
Yeah.
So
the flagship.
Yeah.
Please move the other telephones aside. We are placing the flagship now.
Yeah. So here we go. All right, let's just get that one nice. Yeah. There we go. So this one is what the T48G. This is the top of the range model. Yeah. So,
what is the difference? You can see.
You can see straight away. There's a bit of a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It has the same functionality. It has the same buttons. Yeah. It has also the USB plug, and it's also extendable through other devices. But what's the great difference? It has a huge screen,
and it looks like it's all touchscreen as well.
Yeah, it's a touch screen. Again, in the video, it does not look that shiny. But
see if we can.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the situation is worse than just leave it as it is. You can see it has a color display, it has a touch screen, and it has a very responsive and good readable touchscreen. So that's not very representative now. If
of course, yeah.
See that here. But if it's booted, then you see you have no keys you can press.
Yeah.
They're all
on the screen.
On the screen and all usable as touch buttons. But that's all the difference. The functionality of the buttons is the same if you have the plastic button or not. Just clicked it away. And here you can see the buttons. And here you can see, you can just click on the button and then it dials. And you have a Mac-like dock.
Yeah, so all your normal keys like your history and so on is all there.
Yeah, cool. So the same functionality, but all in as touch device. This is, I think, for managers who wants a good-looking phone.
Yeah, they want something swanky on their desk.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I think that's all, because I don't know if you like it to touch. Here you can feel the key, and I think you're faster with such normal keys.
I think, I mean, for the normal user, this 46G is probably the one to go for.
Best choice.
Yeah. Cool. Good. Perfect.
So that's the review of the whole series.
Yeah. So that's everything for the T4 series. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.